Hey guys, welcome to Bastian Time. I'm your host Bastian. Let's get to some Nintendo news. First of all, the Motley Fool, I'm pretty sure I already did a news story about them a while back, but they have a new ridiculous statement that they've released saying that that they basically feel like Nintendo is dead or will be dead soon because of an accessory, a third-party accessory, being released for the iPhone. And their reasoning is bizarre. They say, oh, well, you know, Nintendo was already affected by the iPhone, but because iPhone is just touchscreen and no button presses, that kept a lot of people from really getting into it and kept developers from developing certain kinds of games for it. But now a third party has developed an accessory that they will be releasing soon that you sort of put your iPhone in, and then it's got a D-pad and buttons on the side, and that is going to kill Nintendo. And I have to say, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that Nintendo's going to be just fine. I do have to say that this accessory answers all of my issues with iPhone gaming. I, for instance, bought the Secret of Mana slight improvements remake thing, and could only get into like a quarter of the game before I gave up because I just can't do RPGs or action RPGs with a touchscreen only interface, especially on maybe on an iPad, which I don't have, but on the little screen it wasn't working for me. My directional movements were no good. I need an actual tactile D-pad for directional movements, and now with this accessory, which is very expensive by the way, it's $100, but with this accessory, supposing it actually works, which is a whole other thing. There's some people out there that say actually it'll be tricky to make your game actually work with this accessory, but assuming it actually completely works, that's awesome, but I'm pretty sure that there's still going to be people out there who are going to have to play their Zeldas and their Marios, and that's not going to be on an iOS device any time soon, at least not for the next couple generations, I wouldn't think. So in any case, yes, the Motley Fool releases a ridiculous article, once again claiming the death of Nintendo, and that is going to be this third-party accessory that probably not too many people are actually going to end up buying. But, not to be outdone, the Motley Fool competes with themselves by releasing a new article stating that the Wii U is the only console worth buying this holiday season. I don't know what's going on over there at the Motley Fool, but is Nintendo dying, or is the Wii U the best thing to buy this holiday season? I suppose those two things don't have to necessarily be on two sides of one coin. I suppose Nintendo could still be dying, but that the Motley Fool feels like the Wii U is the best thing to buy this season. That's still, those two things can live in the same world, but it's just bizarre. I would take any article that they put out with a grain of salt. With a cup of salt. Similarly, New York Times, who has been very negative about Nintendo in general and the Wii U specifically, put out an article saying that Nintendo is the only console, the Wii U is the only console with a game worth buying this holiday season. So that's pretty awesome. Thanks, New York Times. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for some Zelda news. Bye, guys.